Welcome back to Golf Without Tears, session number 7. I'm Joe Lane. Thanks for joining me. You just watched a young Ernie Els warming up with his 5-iron for a tournament, I don't know, who knows where, probably back in the 90s. There is so much grace and poise in his swing, it seems hard to square that Ernie was one of the longest ball hitters on tour for quite some time. Now, we'll come back to Ernie's swing later, but I hope in watching even these few swings, you'll be encouraged to imagine how you might use some of his swing for yourself, for your game. Now, I know we've been working on such small parts of restricted swings. I mean, how in the hell is any of that going to make it to your driver? Well, we're going to pick apart Ernie's and Tiger Woods' swing in sessions 8 and 9. And their pieces and how you might be able to use them will, I think, be pretty obvious. But for you to use them, you need to master the pieces we're working on now, and you're going to have to identify a single sensation or swing thought that when you finish a swing, and you've hit it well, whether it's a putting stroke or a precision pitch shot, that whatever that thought or sensation was, it's always there. For example, for me, for the putting stroke, my sensation is that nothing but my shoulders are involved, and once I pick the backswing, whether it's 2 inches or 12 inches, that's it. Take it back, mark the distance, pick it up, make the stroke, shoulders only. For the precision pitch shot, it's that the back of my left shoulder is going to pull the lob wedge down through the ball, and it's going to take a divot. Now, every swing, every setup is a combination of following your setup procedure, focusing mentally and visually on your aiming spot, deciding how much backswing you're going to use, checking your balance, your grip, your alignment, and all the other stuff you do. But it is checking for that winner sensation or swing thought as the last conscious feeling or thought I have that is the greatest predictor of whether I'm going to hit this really well or it's just going to be another half-ass shot. Now, you have time at home to experiment with this. And finding the one that makes your precision pitch shot almost machine-like in hitting down through the ball and taking a divot is worth 10,000 times whatever effort you put in. Okay, for this session, you're going to need the skill sets from 1 through 6. So if you don't have them, please go get them and then jump back in here. And be sure to hit subscribe. That way you'll get a note for every session the minute it goes live. This time we're going to work on precise distance control for the flight and the arc of your precision pitch shot. We'll cover a couple of variations at the end. Now, ultimately, because you're relying on your mind-numbingly consistent rate of acceleration for your shoulders, which you mastered in sessions 1 and 2, distance control is just basic math. You take a backswing of X length, your ball is going to fly Y distance with the same arc and the same backswing every time. Okay, let's get to it. Get your hitting mat set up with fresh sand and have a bunch of carrots ready. Oh, also put a tape measure down. All right, now we're going to go through the full setup. I know it seemed tedious, but doing this every time, this is how you're going to break 80. Every commercial pilot has this incredibly lengthy pre-flight procedure in writing, and they check them off item by item by item before they ever even start the engines. And you want to be as dedicated to your setup procedure as they are to theirs, because in this case, your golf life depends on it. All right, you've got your aiming carrot in place. Now take a backswing and make the stroke. But you should be hitting your ball carrot pretty clean now. Do this several times until you've really got the entire process under control. All right, so you're hitting your ball carrot clean. put a ball down, and we're going to, of course, aim at your target carrot. Oh, first, maybe put up a mat or a blanket or something to protect against mishits. I know you won't have any, but just in case. All right, so hit 6 or 7 balls until you're getting them all in the sweet spot on the downswing. All right, now let's put down some new sand, put the marks and so on and so forth, and put a laundry basket out at 8 feet. I have a towel in mine. I do that because it's plastic, and if you don't, every time you drop a ball in it, it's just going to bounce back out. All right, now you will adjust your backswing until you're consistently dropping balls in the basket with the same backswing. Now you have a precise length of backswing that flies your ball a known distance, 8 feet, and of course you're using your shoulders only and keeping your hands and wrists out of the swing while staying in balance. Mastering this is how you get here. Keep in mind you need that physical winner sensation or swing thought for hitting the ball on the downswing before you start your backswing. Because remember, once you tell your body to hit it, it's going to do what it remembers best, pretty much whatever your brain is focused on when you start your backswing. So you need to teach it what to focus on. As I said earlier, for me, it's the sensation that the back of my left shoulder is going to pull the wedge down through the ball and then take a divot. So find your hit it perfect sensation, and once you have it baked in, you use it for your practice swing, and then the very last thought you have before you take that swing to make that shot to nail the pin. You'll see consistency and distance control at a level I think you might not imagine possible just now. All right, let's cover a couple of variations that will help. First, you need to get the ball up high quickly. You've got an elevated green, you've got to get over a bush or something like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay the blade open like this. But do not lay it open by rotating your grip, because you'll just close it back down when you make your swing. You do it like this. You keep your grip in position, and you rotate the shaft with your fingers, and then you reestablish your grip. Now, you still have to go for your aiming spot, but you will adjust your backswing to get the correct distance, because you're putting more up energy and less forward energy in the ball, and you still want to put it in the basket. All right, another slight variation is if you need your ball to land essentially dead when it hits the green. So to do that, what you're going to do is move the sweet spot on your club out to the very edge of your blade. Mastering this will enable you to land on greens that maybe are running away from you or something with little or no forward energy left in the ball. Now, if you have one of these, this kind of a hitting mat, you can work on hitting out of the rough. Your standard aiming point is still going to be good, but the bottom of your swing is actually going to be below the carrot, because the carrot is resting up on the high turf just like your ball is. And it will end up giving you a little more rollout when it lands on the green. All right, the last issue for today. You really need to be aware of where the bottom of the ball is relative to the bottom of your feet. Here, for example, the ball is 3 inches above my feet. And if I do not grip down on my club to adjust for that height difference, I'm going to hit it fat, and fatter. And this is true, by the way, for every shot. All right, for the next 2 sessions, we're going to examine in great detail the swing of 2 of the greatest ball strikers ever, Ernie and Tiger Woods. We'll see in pieces how those swings come together and end up working so damn well, and which of those pieces we might be able to take on to improve our golf life. If you want to talk with us about your golf life, please leave us a note on our website, golfwithouttears.com. There's a link below, and we'll get in touch. We'd love to have you join us on our podcast. Oh, the winner of the balance board and the precision pitch shot wrist brace disappeared. So if you're interested, please register on our website. It's free, and the rules and a link are below. Okay, that's it for this session. See you next time.